Okay, welcome. I am Alex with Creative Canine Designs, and we are a small business located in Southwest Washington. And Alex had a crazy idea that we should sign up to do a big Christmas gift show in Portland in December. So now we are in the process of starting to get ready for this show. So we make leashes, we make collars, we make harnesses, all sorts of all sorts of pet products. That's what we make. And we're Creative Canine Designs. We have a website if you want to check us out. But I thought it might be interesting to see getting ready for this. So the first thing we start with is our raw rolls of nylon, or the rolls of webbing, and these will be making collars. So this is our automatic cutting machine, one of the upgrades, and I need to set it to make 28-inch collars, which is 512 millimeters. So we are going to just change the length setting, of course, to the right setting. Sorry, there's a lot of beeping with this part of the process. And then this makes groups of 10. I have it set to make groups of 10, so I don't get too far behind. We are cutting two kinds of collars to start today. And one is a Pinup Girl collection, and the other is a Pacific Northwest themed. That's this top one, and you can see there's a salmon there, and a seagull, and a banana slug, and a bear. And then the Pinup Girls, they just reminded me of World War II and the bomber planes and those kind of things. So this cuts with heat. So I'm currently waiting for it to heat up. And then I think I've got it set enough. I'm actually going to push it forward a little bit. And it should drop right into the bin that I will use to process. So we will cut all of these up. And hopefully I'll make this sort of interesting. Or I will try to anyway. This is sort of the boring behind the scenes part. So, and our shop is in our garage. So yes, that's my car parked in the driveway here. And none of my entertaining neighbors are out, but we do have some entertaining neighbors. And so this is an automatic cutting machine. We used to cut. We have over here. There is one where it heats up and you cut it like by hand with a guillotine. But for doing volume, that doesn't work well. It does well on scrapping things if I'm trying to repurpose some scrap into other stuff. And this shop is also, just note, this shop is very crowded. It is not enough space really for what we need to do, but I don't want to rent a place or have another place to do it. It's kind of handy just being able to come out into the garage every day and do some work. So we're warming up a little bit. This machine has a temperature setting, so if you set it too high, everything just melts and it makes a gloopy mess. And the voice of experience, yes, I've done that. And yeah, it's been a fun process. So the Pacific Northwest one, my wife Carol and I designed. That's a combined effort. This one was one of our suppliers. It was one of those designs that somebody tried and didn't like, but I thought it was interesting, so we picked up what he had left of these, and we'll see how those sell. And then we also have, let's see, we've got other designs that we've made. This one is like our clockwork canines, and then this one is sort of an electrical monster. And this one is the loading zoomies collar. And this one I did to figure out how to make different figures and things, and Carol really liked it, so we had it made. But it's like a Yeti and a Sasquatch and a Pegasus and the Loch Ness Monster. So yeah, you can be creative as you want to be. I have really, really strange and bizarre ideas. And what I normally do, how the process works for us, is I will start off with one of my really, really strange ideas, and then my wife will step in and kind of sort of tone it down so it becomes something useful. We're supposed to have other designs coming because we also have some Christmas themed designs that are, we have samples coming in, so I can make sure I get those ordered in time. Okay, so this is now hot enough, and I can tell there is a, if we reach underneath here, you can see the little pieces sticking out, and then there's the hot cutter right there. And that cauterizes the ends, so when you do it, it doesn't unravel. Okay, oh, I only had that, there was only one left on that. And let's, I'm gonna pull the scrap out of here. But you can see it cuts them into, these are 1-inch collars. So there's 28 inches on them to make a large collar. Okay, now let's see some cutting action. And you can see there's that little bit of smoke. These aren't, technically they're not nylon. There's some other kind of material. They don't get wet, they don't mold, and they don't fade. And the designs are, if you're familiar with dye sublimation, those are sublimated on there. And our goal here is pretty simple. Creative Canine Designs, we really just want your pet to be dressed better than you are. So I am pretty convinced this is boring and uninteresting, but Carol, God bless my wife, she claims that there may be people out there who enjoy this kind of process and kind of want to see how the sausage is made. See, now I have it set for 10 because if you're doing leashes where they're 7 feet long, you make a 6-foot leash, you cut it 7 foot, so you have, room to make your handle and whatnot. They just kind of spew all over, and you got to kind of hang them over your neck as they come off. And it gets heavy if you do more than 10. And if you can see back here, our little rolls are getting less and less. Okay, so this one ran out and this one's a little short. So we're going to set you off to the side. What'll happen is I will repurpose that. If we're going to make like a, I call them a soft choke collar, but there's a better name for it. And it's escaping my tongue at the moment. So you can feel free to correct me on the interwebs here. But yeah, it has a little section in the center. So instead of having like a chain to choke your dog, it's got a little soft piece of nylon that when they pull a little bit, it'll it'll pull them back a little bit on you. And we'll use that for that sections or those sections of that kind of collar. It's kind of boring when it's only cutting one at a time, isn't it? Okay, so there you go. So that is the cutting of the collars, and this is our. Oh yeah, I don't know if it flashed. It says no food when it runs out. This is great. So this piece I ordered because I'm weird. I was looking at a demonstration video, and wherever it's made is somewhere in Southeast Asia, and the fella doing the tutorial did not speak English, as you can tell because all the warning things and everything are in. And anyway, so the fellow was going through a demonstration, and he would say something in whatever language that I didn't understand, and he would push the buttons, which thank goodness are written in English. And there's a set of operating instructions in English. But then every once in a bit, he would say or do something, and his hand would like reach in to touch it, and then another lady's hand would come in at a camera and just slap his hand, and she would yell at him. I don't know what she was saying, and then he would like revise whatever he was saying, and that just made me laugh so hard. I ordered this machine just because their demonstration video made me laugh. And it turns out it's a pretty good machine, so it really increases my productivity. So there you go. So there's a little bit about how we start cutting nylon up into workable pieces to make collars and leashes and things. So right now we're working on 1-inch collars, but there you go. So there's a little bit of how the sausage is made. And like I said, I'm Alex with Creative Canine Designs, and we're getting ready for our big Christmas show. And our goal is very simple, just to have your pets look and dress better than you do. So thank you so much for looking, and enjoy. Have a great day.